Hi, everyone. Welcome to Easy Tarot Lessons. This is Sally, and I'm here with Sharon and the Ten of Swords. Oh, the Ten of Swords. Sharon, where are we going to start with this one?
My fallback when I first look at it out of context, I always hear "et tu brute."
Right?
Like, what did this guy do to piss off so many people?
Mhm.
like, this definitely an ending card. It's over. Whatever situation you were in doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna die, but it means whatever situation you were in ended, and it didn't end cordially. It's that was
Mhm.
a rough ending, and you felt it like a death of a thousand paper cuts. And that's the negative aspects. You know, you got that dark sky and the sun is rising. If he had just made it a little bit longer, he wouldn't have been caught out in the dark on his own.
Mhm.
He's got that benediction sign going on with his hand. That could either mean I forgive the people, or it could mean hey, forgive me, even though you already killed me or
Right?
tortured me. Just, or it could be pointing toward the killers. You know, that
Right.
could be a clue to where the people went who got him. It
Mhm.
could be something as simple as acupuncture.
Sure.
You know, oh my, you got a bad back, so
Yeah.
instead of going to get back surgery, go get acupuncture. Could be
Right?
something as simple as that. Doesn't have to always mean a brutal ending, but when you first look at it, the first thing that punches you in the face is, wow, that ended badly.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, the guy just looks pinned down. So maybe that's it. You're being nailed to the wall. You're pinned down. You fall flat on your face. Like you said, just it ended badly. You backstabbing friends.
Oh yeah, yeah, that et tu brute, that just breaks my
Yeah,
heart.
yeah, yeah. It's definitely a harsh ending. I see the same thing. Now, depending on the question, it could be something completely different.
Right.
Should I become a tattoo artist? I think you pointed this one out to me. You get this up and somebody's, considering an occupation as maybe a tattoo artist or a piercer or something like this. And this card is saying, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
go for it. That'd be a great idea.
Yeah, in fact, we just had a reading in group where we did a roundabout on how to make a piercing job more lucrative. And the young man who did the reading actually chose the King of Swords as the profession, the piercing.
Hmm.
And then this was the first card in the roundabout that he turned it over, and it was the Ten of Swords in reverse, and we just were all laughing. It was like, go for it.
Mandy isn't here because she's doing wonderful and marvelous things that I hope everybody gets to hear about at some point in the future. But she got this in a spread, and I think it had to do with boxing, wasn't this? Somebody was considering going back into the ring, and
Yep.
the outlook was really good because she saw the opponent being knocked out.
Yep. She said if you go back into boxing, you'll win belts and awards because you'll be
Hmm.
knocking your opponents out.
So let's look at it as maybe conquering your demons. Maybe that body in the center is your demon. It's something that you need to overcome, and you do it.
Took those swords off the wall from the nine and said
Exactly.
"Patow!"
Exactly. And you put an end to that, which I think would be a very positive reading with this card.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But you wouldn't just want to make it positive because you couldn't
Right,
stand the negative connotations.
right.
You don't try to force it to be positive.
Mm-mm.
Now, you don't try to force it to be negative too on the same page just because
Right.
it looks and punches you in the face as a negative card. There are actually times where this card could be great. Hey, the sun is rising. You
Mm-hmm.
conquered those demons.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I have a question. I know this is kind of random, but is this the only card where we actually see blood?
And that's a good question. Is that blood or is it his robe that's just underneath him? You could see it as blood, and if you do, I think it is the only card with blood in it.
Yeah.
Somebody will put it in the comments if they know of another card. I sure hope.
Well, I think the piece above his head, like right at the crown of his head, that
Mm-hmm.
could possibly be his cloak. But then
Sure.
there's a separate piece of red behind his head, right above his shoulder, that's
Hmm.
separated. So I'm thinking that's blood.
Yeah, I always see it as blood, but I was looking at that earlier, thinking, I guess it could be the cloak too, because it's all the same color,
Right.
and that's unfortunately just a byproduct of having a limited choice of coloring when they did these
Right.
cards, because you have the sort of brown tunic and the brown ground, which could be seen as sand, and that's what I see when I'm looking at this guy. There he is, face first in the sand.
Well,
Um,
yeah, it looks like he's by water.
yeah, yeah.
But you could see that blood, and you can either be like it's going to be a bloody conflict, or you could go,
Hmm.
hey, bring your first aid kit.
Right,
You're going
right.
rock climbing, bring the first aid kit.
Yeah, but it's like evidence at the scene of the crime. If you're, like, oh, the evidence is there, maybe you're doing a reading on some crime that happened, and we do those kinds of things where we're investigating crime.
Hmm.
Um, and oh, look closer at this evidence because it's right there.
Yep.
Uh, that's part of that hand, the benediction, and like you say, with the blood evidence, maybe that's what's being pointed out when you're doing the reading. Absolutely.
Yeah, first glance, this is this. Oh, wow. Just a brutal card.
It does hit you in the face.
But, I pointed out in the last episode, I would much rather see him than the nine because at least now, nine could have been paranoia or wondering if people were out to get you. At least now you
Hmm.
know, and you know who.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like, well, I won't be hanging out with them again.
Right? Exactly. So what if we reversed him?
Wow, I don't think he could get much worse, as in an overabundance of.
Right. Right.
But definitely, like, I think, how did Dusty put it? Dodging the bullet so
Hmm.
closely that you could feel the air.
Hmm.
Yeah, dodging the
Yeah.
bullet. Like, wow, that was supposed to go down bad, but you pulled it off.
Hmm. Relief from back pain.
Oh,
Those
heck
things are
yeah.
gonna fall out. Yay. But like you said, it's kind of hard to see it as worse when you put it in reversal because it's pretty grim right side up. But you could still get that feeling in reversal. As you said, I think when we were talking about the last card, everything around it, you may still see it as its upright meaning, or
Right. You
you
may
just follow
still.
your intuition.
Again, this is. I don't know why cyberbullying stuck in my head today, but this and then the reversal, it could be as far as worse that cyberbullying just went too far.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
or too many people ganged up on you because obviously a lot of people ganged up on this guy unless it
Hmm.
was just one really pissed off person. What is it when you shoot someone two times, it's self-defense. If you've shot them 37 times, it's
Yeah, with extreme prejudice.
yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And this there are cases I read when I'm watching the news. There was a girl who was recently the appellate court upheld her conviction. She texted messages to her friend or boyfriend, I don't remember which one it was, and he killed himself.
Mm.
So this is somebody who could have been pushed over the edge by multiple messages.
Yep.
Feel free to take that out if you don't want it in there.
No, I think these things are important. We can't just sugarcoat everything. What if we had gotten this? What if we had done a reading for that young woman or that young man and we were able
Mm-hmm.
to divert this from happening?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's not just, we don't just say, oh, this is going to happen and deal with it. You're going to get hit by a red car, deal with it. We're going to say, stay away from the damn road.
Right, right.
So it's our responsibility as tarot readers, if we see something like that, or if we know, we read something like that, and we know that this can be diverted, say, hey, this is something you really need to think about. Whether
Hmm.
they take our advice or not is on them. But if we see something like that and we don't say something, shame on us.
Right, right. I
Shame
absolutely
on us for
agree.
sugarcoating everything.
Hmm.
Because they'll remember that.
Hmm. Yeah, they will.
This guy's been having a bad day for the most
Right.
part. He could have some. I love that inner conquering. That's the inner demon, and you're standing over him, going, "I got this."
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's now our exorcism card.
We needed one of those. We didn't
Of
have
course
one.
we did. No, we didn't have one before. Now we do. Oh, holy Anna. Anything else on this card?
I'm thinking. Sorry.
Fortunately, his journey's over, and we
Yes.
don't have to keep torturing him because we are at the Ten of Swords, the end,
Yeah, he's about as at peace as he can get. I think in
right?
reverse, though, it could be, instead of possibly a narrow escape, maybe even coming back from the dead, re-entering life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because we could have somebody who's pinned himself down and isolated himself from society. He's on that tiny little
Or maybe you've been
patch.
crucified in social media, and you are able to redeem yourself by
Yes.
coming back with something different. So yeah, this could be a redemption card.
Redemption, resurrection.
Yeah,
Could be our little ups in the reverse.
in the reverse. Yeah, right
Yeah.
now there's not so much resurrecting going on.
Nah, he's dead.
He's dead, Jim.
Thank you, Bones.
Oh, shoot. On that note, do you have anything else to add, Sherry?
Oh no, I think I better stop now, or we'll be doing this one for 2 hours. Well,
Thank you,
thank you,
Sharon, for
everyone.
being here. Thank you, everyone. And next time, I think we're moving on, aren't we?
Yeah, next we will be doing cups.
Yay, cups.
And that's the last suit. Then we'll be getting into those trumps or major
Court
arcana.
cards.
Oh yeah, court cards. How about that?
Maybe court cards. We'll see. Whatever we feel like. Thanks, everyone. Talk to you next time.
Bye bye, Sally.
Bye.